Ladies and gentlemen, it is now exactly 8:32 p.m. Eastern Time on this Sunday, July the 14th, a day after what amounts to a complete and total miracle. I watched with complete and total fascination what I was told was going to be the president's thorough and comprehensive review of all that went on. I was promised that he would apologize for everything he and his fellow radical left Democrats said, which could in any wise be interpreted, misinterpreted, read incorrectly, to countenance, to suggest, to encourage violence on the part of a lot of others, up to and including Maxine Waters and his references to Bullseye. I expected the president to take complete and total responsibility for the tenor, for the actions, the message, the dangerous tonality of what he and his fellow lunatic, radical left, anarchic lunatics said. But 8 minutes later, it was over. One of the most insipid, vapid, quote, speeches ever. 8 minutes. I can't even say my name in 8 minutes. It's now a minute and a half into the show, and I haven't said anything. He did 8 minutes. I think probably less than 8 minutes. This is, they don't get it. This emphasizes the fact that the man is out of it. And you can even see the prompter in the mirror, the glass. They don't get it. If he's going to talk for 8 minutes, don't even bother. You know, you could titrate the Adderall, and he basically, look, let's just get down to brass tacks. First, on June 27th, that's the day the music died. That's it. It's over. June 27th is the day it ended. It's over. It's that debate and why, I have no idea, but the debate, it was over, done, finished, through, done, throw in the towel. We're done, Joe. It's over. That's it. That's it. You know. Holding. That's it. Throw in the towel. That's it. TKO. Stop the match. Tap out. Take a knee. Whatever the phrase is. That was it. Joe, it's done. Finito. Que se la mamma. Te jodiste. Gone. Joe says, and then we went through this. Come on, Joe. Rosie O'Donnell. Oh, George Clooney. Oh, Barack Obama. Oh, maybe. Oh, nobody. Nothing. Joe says, I'm not leaving. And the clock ticked on. The clock ticked. As we speak right now, I believe we have 36 days until the Chicago Convention. 36 days. 36 days and 114 days until the election. It was, and I thought, well, that's it. It's done. Over and out. That's it, Joe. Stick a fork in it. Fat lady sung. That's it. It's done, Joe. Sorry. And then, if there was the remotest of a chance, up to and including maybe having a whole, just these legions of brand new, newly minted illegals show up and say, hey, can I vote? What? Yes, it's this new thing. I can vote now. Oh, you can vote. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. All right. Whatever you say, if you're gonna vote, huh? Yeah. Well, that's pretty good because nobody really was paying attention. And I thought, well, that was it. Well, then it wasn't done. It wasn't over with. Yesterday, we're still trying to figure out, did we see this? Did this really happen? Did I see this? Did this really happen? In what could be called Braveheart, I mean, it straight out of Hollywood, the most incredible event I've ever seen. I still, and I'm afraid that when I say this, it sounds as though I'm making light of it. Believe me, I'm not making light of it. But the president is standing there. He turns his head to either see monitors or something's jumbotrons or whatever it is. He just turns his head, so we say. You can even see, they say, the bullet. I'll take their word for it. You can see it in mid-trajectory. He turns. It's like the Zapruder that missed. It's, to the left, to the right, to the whatever you want to call it. It's the reverse Zapruder. We watch this, and we're not able to process anything. The people behind him couldn't process it. Did you see this? They're sitting around. People were just looking at him like, is there a shooting here? Bah, 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 bah. Seeing, I guess, Secret Service, police, whoever on top of him. And they still just looked. Did you see that? They just looked. They were thinking, is that what I think it is? Is this a shooting? Isn't that interesting? And then the president, instead of just becoming paralyzed, 78 years older. What is he? 70? Is he 78? He's 78, right? Yeah, 78. Right. Trump age, 78. Trump age. I think he's 78. This 78-year-old guy, 78, couple of years, 3 years off of Joe, right? Isn't that it? Let's make sure Biden is what, 81? Biden's 81. It's just 3 years off from old Pops, 3 years off from booby pants. This guy, instead of doing or pulling an Alec Baldwin and starting to cry with his wife Charo, no, he does like a Braveheart. Freedom! What the hell is this? Am I seeing this? Who thinks like this? Mel Gibson couldn't have written a script like this. All we need to hear was like bagpipes and, charge the Bastille. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I'm thinking to myself, is there a God? Is there somebody who says, oh no, I'm not done yet? Oh, I'm not done yet. I've been waiting for this. And he stands up. And I don't know about you, but I would have been kind of a Jackie Gleason, like hamana, 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 hamana. And there's Trump. Can you get my shoes? Yeah. Do you mind? Can you get the shoes? Yeah, I'm with you. Are we set to go? Okay, let's go. You get the shoes, right? I like them. They're my lucky. Boy, those shoes are lucky. And he takes off. And he does a Braveheart. He does a kind of Matrix, where he's bending backwards and the bullets are this. And I mean, it's the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm looking at this like, can you believe this? And you can tell because even the poor people at Fox News, by the way, before I forget, I had to tune in because these folks on other channels, did you hear what they said? What was it? The New York Times has said Trump fell down, or I mean, they figure they're over. It's done. They're just going to go for broke. You know what I mean? They're just going to go for broke. They're going to just go for broke. These people. There's no telling where they're going. In any event, but this is the most incredible thing in the world. As I'm watching this, tonight I was going to tell you there was this all-star cast reviewing this 3-minute whatever this was. I'm sorry, 8 minutes. I think it was 8. Might have been less, might have been 8 minutes. The most I don't even know what this thing was. And they had like 8 people stretching this thing out, analyzing what Biden said. He said nothing. And I said, do we have to tone down the what do you mean tone down the rhetoric? You said it. Don't look at me. Tone down the rhetoric. What are you telling me for? You should be picking up the phone. You should have all of your minions there, the Maxines and everything, and even the minor bird, the cackling, whatever this cuckoo bird, just sitting there, this magpie laughing and calling. You should be telling them, what are you telling me for? What are you telling me for? Why don't you tell those other Democrats, like these idiots who make jokes? They're making jokes about Van Gogh with the ear. The man was shot in the ear. He almost had his head blown off. And you're saying, hey, I've got something. I've got a Van Gogh. Hey, that's funny. Really? I swear to you, I would swear on the Constitution is here somewhere. I would swear to you that if, here we go. Constitution. I swear, if Hillary, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, any of these people missed having their head blown off I would not be joking about this. I would not go online and say, too bad he missed. I would not be there. I could not possibly do that. Charlie Calais said, a John Ford production, John Wayne is proud. It sure, it is epic, Charlie. Thank you. It is epic, but I wouldn't joke about that at all. And if you did, not your social media would be shut down permanently. What's the matter with these people? Who are these idiots? And these doctors who go online and say, I'm going to make jokes about too bad they missed him. Who doesn't realize? Who doesn't say, wait a minute, hold it. That's not. I'm going to have to read. I'm going to have to read, delete my. You can't say that. What is the matter with people? And people are saying, I wonder what's the matter with the shooter. What's the matter with the shooters? Now, let me stop right now. Let me tell you something. And listen to me carefully, okay? Here's the good news. The good news is everybody who knows anything about the Secret Service, about snipers, about protective service, and counter surveillance, and see everybody, every agent, every retired sniper, military, ex-Secret Service, ex-FBI, everybody, without a doubt, knows there are so many things wrong with what's going on. And how many, did you ever know, did you ever hear about bear crawling? Did you ever hear the word bear crawling? How many of you never heard bear crawling? Bear crawling is the new word, to bear crawl. Did you hear that? He was bear crawling. Be honest. How many of you would say, I never heard any damn thing, a bear crawl. I heard a frog march, but a bear crawl? Be honest. Come on, bro. Literally. Did you ever hear of a bear crawl? I've heard of bear claws. I've heard of a bear hug. I've heard of a bear rug. I never heard of a bear crawl. I never heard of it. Dennis says, yes, bear crawling. I just said bear crawling. And Dennis says, yes, bear crawling. I just said it. What do you mean, yes? Have you ever heard of a terpsichorean plexus? Yes, terpsichorean plexus. No, you're just repeating what I said. Did you hear about a piniform plexus? Yes, a piniform. No, don't repeat it. Don't say yes and then repeat it. You know what it. You never heard of it. Nobody heard of bear crawling. There's like a yoga thing, or for people who are involved in. I think kids do it before they watch. Don't give me this bear crawling. Maybe at the gym, but don't say yes. Bear crawling. I just said bear crawling. Well, I'm just repeating it. Literally, dude. Literally, bro. Literally. Okay. So let me just go. Oh, and I've got friends. Oh, I've got friends of mine. I've got NYPD friends. I've got this friends. I've got texts from their buddies in special services. And oh my God. I mean, you should see they're going crazy because this Cheadle's got to go. She's never slapped the cuffs on anybody. Did you see? Oh, and let me just say something right now. The greatest ever. Have you seen the greatest show ever? It is hang on a minute. It is The Right to Bear Memes. The Right to Bear Memes is absolutely incredible. It is the best. This man, well, I don't know. We chatted. I wrote, your work as of late, simply exquisite. And by the way, also, I am this Naomi Seibt, Seibt, fantastic. Young lady from Germany, fantastic. Wonderful. Some of the greatest stuff ever. I'm seeing stuff you can't even imagine. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean Martin, bear crawling, says, Biden, speaking of democracy and decency, put me on the edge of a projectile Technicolor yawn. Well, at least for me, it was Technicolor emesis or vomitus. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Joe, schmuck, you just said this. What? You said this. I'm not, by the way, I'm not going to waste your time. You've heard the reels. Everybody's got them. Everybody's heard, but the bullseye, you've heard that. You know this. Oh, I've got this friend of mine. Oh my God. I've been busting his balls. Rompeche e corione. They are flattened, busting his C.O. Jones all day long. And I'm sending him everything I've got. And you know what he comes up with? You ready for this? He went from Project 25. I said, what is with you and Project 25? What are you talking about? Well, Project 25. I said, what? What about Agenda 21? What about Agenda 2030? What? I said, would you lay off this? And now we're going to have, I said, listen, too bad. Oh, I said, too bad. Now genital mutilation of kids and abortion. Sorry. That may be on the hook. That's what you want to stand for? What, more BLM riots? George Floyd tributes? What the hell do you stand for? Abortion? Abortion's up to the states. Well, there's not going to be any more abortion. I said, well, then talk to the states. Don't look at me. Well, talk to them. Dobbs said you can't have abortion. He said there's no constitutional right, which there is none. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. These people don't know they don't know what they're talking about. He doesn't know what he's talking about. This absolutely, he is incredible. They think, and I love this. I love this. Absolutely smash his over. Oh, it might have been memes. There's a picture of this guy, one of the, I guess, his Secret Service, one of the shooters who dispatched this fellow, whose name I will not mention. And the line was pronouns was, were. Wow. Now, everybody is saying everything that you notice. I was watching even the only show in town. The only show is is this social media. Jean Crane says they always say democracy, but we are a republic. Indeed, we are. Tyranny by the majority, Gene. Was it two wolves and a sheep deciding what's for lunch? But anyway, we're finding out all this stuff about him. How about the fact I heard somebody say they kicked him off the rifle team because he was no good? What? Remember one of those 9/11 pilots, Hani Hanjour, couldn't run a plane because he couldn't. Remember all that? And by the way, the reason why I brought that up, there is so much stuff. They said, well, I think what we're going to need to do is we need to get into the guy's phone. Excuse me. You if he has, whatever phone, Google or Apple, you mean you can't get into his phone? Don't make me laugh. Don't make me laugh. You mean to tell me nobody can get to this? Nobody can go into the, what do you want to know? Well, we got to get the motive. The motive? Let me guess. To assassinate President Trump. That's the motive. Don't call me Kreskin. Who cares about this motive? Well, were there other people? Okay, that might be good. Why does somebody have to have Jesse Waters bring this up? Where is this? Where's Secret Service? Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. Oh, Cheadle, she was into DEI. And let me tell you something. The greatest scene, and by the way, if our meme friends or whatever can get a hold of Fredo from the scene in The Godfather where he's trying to protect. Remember, where he's going for the gun and they're shooting the Don, and he's at the fruit stand and he's the gun and he can't fire it. That's that woman who can't holster her sidearm in her little suit, little chubby suit. She's standing there. She's like, what is going on here? And you're going to hear about this. They've been asking for counter surveillance. They've been asking for all these things. But Cheadle says, no, her whole goal is we're going to make this thing diverse. By God, they may not know how to shoot or plan or scope out or do any kind of intelligence. But by God, when you see those pictures, it's going to look like the UN. We're going to have every kind of person we're going to have every kind of pronoun we're going to have hims and hers and theys and yours and ye's and vers, and we're going to have people, one guy who thinks he's My Little Pony, another one who thinks he's a soap dish, and one guy who answers to the name Tabitha. We've got people from Uranus and but it's going to be diverse because that, you see, there's nothing that scares potential assassins more than a diverse Secret Service. You see, that's what this is all about. It's diversity. That's what people want. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen. This is the bad news. Nothing. We're going to go hot and heavy. Tomorrow's the convention. All right? 3-day rule. This was Saturday to maybe a little bit. Trump was like this. And by the way, there's a great battle going on. Have you seen this? This is what I see. I don't have this officially. Dan Scavino, Margot Martin, Alina Habba, and Little Mary Sunshine or whatever it is, each of them trying to be the official on-board picture person. Used to be Dan Scavino. Dan Scavino was it. Trump lands. I think they used to throw Dan out of the plane, parachute, where he would take a picture of the Trump plane coming in. Dan would be on the wing. Dan would be trailing he would be dropped in some kind of a C-130. He would do a halo jump with SEAL Team 6. He did all these great shots. Well, Dan Scavino, I'm sure, is a nice guy. Well, here come the babes. This Margot Martin comes along, and all of a sudden, she's taking the pictures, and she's the one doing it. And then Alina Habba said, wait a minute, what about me? What about me? Then there was that other one who got married and she left, the one who cried. Oh, there's this battle, this Texas death match to see who has the best pictures. It's something. This Margot Martin, as they say, here's Trump coming down. How did you get off the plane? Did you wait? Anyway, but the pictures are fantastic. And meanwhile, tonight on Fox, because I had to watch this after the 7 minutes, they had a panel. Harold Ford Jr. Harold Ford Jr. is the most boring individual. No, wait. Harold Ford Jr. is lint incarnate. Harold Ford Jr. could single-handedly reverse teenage pregnancy rates by describing in detail the sex act. Nobody want to do it. And then the man becomes tumescent, turgid, corpus cavernosa are engorged, bilateral perfusion. There is engorgement and tumescence of the glands and the corona. Epididymal contractions following concomitant contractions in the pampiniform plexus, causing the ejaculatory duct, as well as epididymal transfusions to cause a repellent expulsion of seed. In the case of a woman, Bartholin and Skene's glands are activated, causing a rather lubricious penguin secretion, thus allowing intromission in the vaginal os, the meatus, the introitus, and the bulbal urethral reef. Perianal. Okay, fine. This man is so dull. Who said we got to get Harold Ford on there? Got to get. Have you seen this crew? Who are these? They're like they talk just to each other. I haven't watched Fox News. They're the only ones doing it. Judge Janine and the Brain Trust with Laura Ingraham, each of them trying to compete for who is more personally revulsed, who was more offended by someone trying to assassinate President Trump. Well, you think you're upset. Well, when I saw him, I realized he was a warrior. And then Judge Janine says, well, I saw him was a warrior too. Well, I saw him more than you did. Well, I felt it more than you do. I love him more than you do. I love him more than you do. No, you do. No, Laura. I read those text messages during Dominion case. Oh, no. You didn't like Trump at all. Neither did you, Tucker. And Hannity, I'm not too sure about you. Hannity, with those S's, birds are crashing. He has a frequency. I guess it's the dental work or something. I mean, it's like this. It really is like, ooh, people are just people who are very hypersensitive to this. Murmurations of starlings will be misdirected. Trains derail. Car alarms go off. Service dogs hide under the bed. It's this weird frequency. It's wild. And then with a straight face, now let's go to Newt Gingrich. Newt Gingrich? What is Hal Heflin? Oh, he's dead. Okay. What is this? Meanwhile, I'm looking online and X or Twitter is on fire. So let me go back to what I was saying again, and I lied to you. Nothing is going to happen. On the 11th day of the 9th month, 23 years ago, I watched in horror and could not wait for a particular commission to be impaneled. It made the Warren Commission look like the NFL commissioners. I mean, they covered nothing. Nothing. Because number one, class, the shadow government, as you call it, I call it that, The shadow government will never, ever, ever expose itself. Ever. It will never let you know the level of incompetence. Never. It will never let you know how DEI, by the way, DEI is officially dead. DEI is dead. You will never hear that name again. It is dead. It is through. It is finished. It's gone the way of, I don't know what it's gone the way of. It is gone the way. Oh, by the way, I've got a picture. The door opens up and there's Kamala, Merrick Garland, Mayorkas, the quartet of fools. I saw this. I'm thinking to myself, can you believe this? And by the way, little poll question. Should President Trump have taken the call from Joe Biden in view of what Biden said recently, which, for all we know, could have precipitated this particular lunatic's response? Should he have taken his call? I don't know about that. I'm not really sure about that. Libs of TikTok, absolutely incredible, showing these doofuses, these two women standing there with the glasses and the little matching suits and can't get it. And then the memes. Oh my God. Listen to what I'm telling you. Just listen to me. The right to bear memes is just, it's the best. But here's a story of a lovely lady. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing. It starts tomorrow. Jim Jordan's going to say, oh, by God, we're going to have a commission. You had a commission before. Bob, blow it out your arse. You had a commission. You had TikToker. Nothing happened with TikTok. You had Zuckerberg. Nothing happened with Zuckerberg. You had Fauci. Nothing happened with Fauci. You got this thing. You got John Kennedy. Can I call you comrade? My favorite is when John Kennedy does this thing where, have you heard him read porn? Have you heard him read porn for kids? It is the creepiest thing. So I took a piece of this and I recorded, snipped it, and I left it on every voicemail of everybody I knew. Beep. He took lube. What the hell is this? And proceeded to bend. I'm probably broke law. It's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Go to YouTube, get John Kennedy, the senator, reading to some trans activist or something, some pornographic book. It is absolutely the funniest thing. It's terrible, but and then make a connect like a MP4 of it, or MP3, I should say, rather, and just send it. Put it on voicemails. He took the lube. Who is this? Jerry, is this you? What? Nothing's going to happen. We'll forget this doofus in a moment. And by the way, I'm going to say it one more time. Stop telling us his name. Look, you do all the information you want. I don't care where he went to school. I don't want to talk to his, I don't care. I don't want to talk to his neighbors or his friends. He was bullied. Oh, he was bullied. Wow. Why didn't you say so? Well, that explains that. How many here have been bullied? Have you ever tried to take out a president? No. This is the biggest bunch of nonsense I've ever heard. There's always some reason. Well, I came from a broken home. A lot of people came from a broken home. What does that mean? We're not going to find anything out, because the people who are going to be responsible for this. Now remember, if this were Trump, if this were the other way around, and there was some Trump supporter, and by the way, his $15 contribution to he's a registered Republican. What does that even mean? But if it were the other way around, if it were, God forbid, a Democrat, we don't know what this happened to anybody. Oh, you would have, they would fly. Oh, they would do January 6th. They knew everybody who was there by virtue of their phones. They knew their phones. They knew everybody's phone. They were geotagging and GPSing or phones. There were on the Jersey Turnpike. They had big, these kind of an e-billboards that say, "Wait, do you know anybody who was in Washington? Were you on January 6th?" Oh, but tonight I heard, who was it? The Judge Janine and Laura. So what do you think, Laura? I don't know. I can't even talk. My face, it hurts. I've got laces in the back of my head. I just said, give me a little touch up, will you? Just give me a little touch up. I'm getting a little long in the tooth. I'm on TV or anything, but my God, I feel like Craig Breedlove. I'm pulling 16 G's, for God's sakes. It's just killing me. I'm getting a headache. Who are we talking about? Oh, yeah, Trump. Yeah. Did I tell you I love? Yeah, I told you I love him. Oh, my God. Meanwhile, while we're watching this, listening to Harold Ford, and people are, wake up, wake up. People resuscitated. They were using Narcan to wake people up over the Harold Ford review of Biden's 8-minute speech. And Britt Hume, they dusted Britt Hume up. Britt, can you come over here for what? It's Biden's 8-minute speech. It takes me longer to get to the studio from Alexandria. Okay, I'll do it. I might as well. Britt, can you come over here? Who else can we get? Geraldo? Nah, Geraldo's toast. They don't want Geraldo. He's just gone. Anybody else? Martha? Martha? Can we do you, Martha? How about Dana Perino? I don't know about you, but everybody here around the Uncle Lenny household kept saying, I wonder what Dana Perino thinks. Yeah, I know what this SSS, but I just Dana, does she like this? Does she not like this? What demented parallel universe actually says, on a night this important, let's get Dana Perino in here? I just don't understand it. The most important people are people on the scene. How about the guy with the bear crawl? See the guy with the red hair? The guy, his name is probably Red. He's got the visor with his hair sticking up. He says, yeah, we were sitting there talking. I don't know why I'm doing a Queen's accent. We were talking and, sitting across at Larry's Lumberyard or whatever the name of it is. And we said, let's have a couple of beers to go across the street to see what happens, because, we couldn't get in, but when they hear President Trump, I look up, I go, Jesus, what is this? It's a guy with a rifle on the roof. And here's this guy with a visor and his red hair sticking out. He looks like a chia pet with a visor, red chia pet. He figured this out immediately. Meanwhile, these two jadruls, the two Laverne and Shirley Tubbos, were there. Is this, am I doing this right? I can't find, oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, now I got it. They can't holster their sidearm, walking around their little suits with their aviator glasses, doing like this, Alpha 1, Ranger, Tango. No, it's the other one. Oh, sorry. Alpha 1. I'm talking into my wrist. So this guy's walking around. He says, I think I see something. There's all these. There were no drones. There were no. I guarantee you, I could take Nick Nightingale, Liz Solak on a good day, take Danny Howell. I could take Rod Bender, Shelby. I could bring the gang and say, okay, all right, kids, get out of the station wagon. Okay, Trump's stage is going to be here. Look around. Anything that catches your eye? Those buildings. Thank you. Thank you. Danny Howell would say, can you get on top of that building? Very good. Trees? Now we're getting somewhere. Gracie Loves George would say, over him too. I think we should get somebody to look over. Doesn't that make sense to you? Anybody remember that thing in Dallas? It was a while back. The Texas School Book Suppository. Remember that beautiful story? Well, at least the story holds true. Windows? How did that happen? And then there was a fellow who climbed up and said, oh my God, there's a guy with a gun. He goes, get out of here. And he fell or whatever, and then cranked off 5 shots. There was a wonderful piece, and I want to read this. This is very good. I'm not into reading. Well, I'll read a couple of things to you. This is good. This is good stuff. Pardon the the reflection. The reflections. Anyway, I want to read this one thing to you. This is from, is this it? No. Oh, you're going to love this. CNN's Jamie Gangle attacks Trump for saying fight, fight, fight after someone tried to murder him. Literally, this is Ryan Saavedra tweets this, or X's, whatever the verb is. Says literally, watch it, Ryan, watch the literally, but this might be true. Literally, she complains about what he did 5 seconds after he was shot. That's not the message we want to be sending right now. We want to tamp it down. The guy almost, this is CNN. They actually said that. I would say, yeah, hey, yeah, Janine, can you call in Jamie? Jamie? Hi, Jamie. Jamie, did you say this on TV the other night on our CNN? Yeah. Do me a favor. The guy behind you, yeah, he's from Human Resources. He's going to escort you out, put everything in a box, leave your door card, and get the hell out of here. What are you, stupid? The man was almost assassinated, and you're saying tamp it down? What are you doing? Get out of here. That's even stupid by our standards. Gwig says, Lindsey Graham on Meet the Press saying he loves Trump, and they were scheduled to play golf today. BFF, dear God. Well, I heard that, according to some people say Trump even did play golf. I don't know. Oh. And by the way, as we speak, I'm not going to mention what, but there are people actually saying it didn't happen. It was staged. Have you heard this one? Oh, yeah. Why? Because what do they call, not oracles? There's a name for it. They're doing the old ear. Remember when that feller was dispatched in a certain federal holding cell? Remember that guy who had all those tapes? Remember that guy? That guy whose name we don't talk about? Well, anyway, they were looking at his ear. All of a sudden, there's all these ear experts. Well, one guy was saying, oh, this is obviously done. Look at this. He pointed to the blood on Trump's ear, and he says, obviously, there was no blood here on the collar. It would have had to have dripped down. This was clearly makeup. And this blood across the face, that was just swipes. Now, unlike everybody else, okay, I don't think he should be subject to litigation because he dared to dispute an event. Now, I think that the Trump family, granted, he luckily he was not in, well, he was injured, but he wasn't killed. I don't think Ivanka or Donnie Jr. or Eric or any of the others can bring a lawsuit against this Jadrul who said this, because if you're Alex Jones, different story altogether. Let me say this again. Free speech is a bitch. It's a bitch. Another thing. If there is no law, now think about this. There is no law that prevents people from openly mocking or encouraging the assassination of a president. But there's new laws being proposed that prevent anti-Semitism, translated as anything anti-Israel, as in government, as in Bibi Netanyahu. What? Wait a minute. You mean to tell me? Oh, yes. If you say something on an American college campus that is construed by somebody, Bill Ackman or whoever, as being either anti-Israeli, anti-Semitic, or pro-Palestinian or pro-Hamas or whatever, you could have your career forever ruined. You'll never work for big law firms or have offers rescinded because that's anti-Semitic. But you can go on and be a doctor, a physician, a congressperson, and laugh and mock and curse and lament the fact that the greatest president in my lifetime was unscathed. Does that make sense to you? Anybody? No. Free speech across the board. Whatever you want to say. Here's what I do. Alec Baldwin blocked me. From what? I have no idea. That's his prerogative because he's a little baby, is what it is. But anyway, so did David Crosby. Keith Olbermann. I didn't even know he had whatever. It's a free country. Okay, enough of this. Let me read this to you. You're going to love this. This is real good stuff here. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good. Sound like Andy Griffith. Good. Or Andy Griffin, as people call him. This is from Eric D. Prince. Go to my Twitter at Lionel Media. I'm going to read this. Hopefully, don't ever use the word hopefully. That means you're full of hope. But anyway, hopefully after the tragedy yesterday in Butler, Pennsylvania, we can all recognize that unaccountable bloated bureaucracies continue to fail us as Americans. Donald J. Trump is alive today solely due to a bad wind estimate by an evil would-be assassin. A bad wind estimate. As the graphics show, the full value wind of just 5 miles per hour was enough to displace the unconfirmed but likely light 55 grain bullet 2 inches from DJT's intended forehead to his ear. DJT was not saved by Secret Service brilliance. The fact that Secret Service allowed a rifle-armed shooter within 150 yards to a pre-planned event is either malice or massive incompetence. Clearly, there was adequate uncontrolled dead space for a shooter to move into position and take multiple aimed shots. Watching the newsreel, one can hear how proximate the shooter is by the very short lapse between the crack of arriving bullet to the boom of the muzzle blast. Supersonic to sonic. Law enforcement sniper, unclear if Secret Service, in newsreels was clearly overwhelmed as his face came off his rifle instead of doing his job to kill the shooter. Clearly they were watching the shooter, but apparently have a no first shot policy. The only positive action was an apparent 488-yard shot by one Secret Service sniper who dispatched the assassin, but after the assassin launched at least 5 rounds, wounding President Trump and killing and severely wounding others in the crowd. In my business, this is Eric Prince. Eric Prince is Blackwater and all this stuff. Anyway, in my business of providing diplomatic service security in 2 active war zones, we were expected to execute the basics or we would be fired. Clearly, Secret Service failed at the basics of a secure perimeter. And once shots were fired, their extraction was clumsy and left President Trump highly exposed to follow-on attacks. It looked like they had never drilled together because those responses should be effectively autonomic. Will there be accountability? That's not the Washington way. Unserious and unworthy people in positions of authority got us to this near disaster. Merit and execution must be the only deciding factors in hiring and leadership, not the social engineering priority of the day. Sadly, nothing in Washington reflects that any longer. President Trump is right to question the competence of those protecting him because yesterday they failed in almost every way. Nature abhors a vacuum, and there are always other options. Most importantly, as Americans, let's come together and run a proper, valid election. Okay, fine. Let me read you another one. This is QT, but I'll give you kind of give you a kind of a review of this. This is from I'm just going to paraphrase it. The current director is a former VP of Pepsi, while Biden was vice president. She had apparently, they were very close relationship with him. And it's fair to say she's incompetent. Never put a pair of cuffs on anyone, but great smelling hair. I love that one. All that said, because the position has become political, requests for additional resources were denied. Only one against counter surveillance. A team deployed with Trump is experiencing record crowds of these events. They give more post standards to the first lady events. The shooter's perch was outside the secure perimeter. Every piece of high ground should have been encompassed within the secure perimeter. And a lot of the people have been working for 3 months with no days off. The shooter should never have gotten to the top of the building. Helicopter support was denied. Additional counter surveillance personnel support was denied. But damn it, she made the DEI quota already. Many of those idiots work about 3 days a week and call in sick, dialing for dollars. And it goes on and on. And there's a great one too. There's an old Secret Service saying, the only thing you can do in protection is F up. This is on top of, let me go back to this little moment, which we're not going to forget. Let me make sure you know these names. This is up to you, my friends. This is critical. Here we go. H.R. 8081, a bill aimed at stripping Donald Trump of his Secret Service protection. Benny Thompson, Troy Carter, Barbara Lee, Frederica Wilson. Remember her with the hat? I think that's her, Frederica. Yvette Clark, Bonnie Coleman, Jasmine Crockett. Remember that, who called MTG, whatever? Joyce Beatty, Steve Cohen. And this is from the House Homeland Security Committee. This is it. This is, to use the term, this is, dear friends, proverbial war. This is an intellectual war. This is a political war. This is something that will never be, ever investigated. There will be no, Miss Cheadle will be gone. They will get rid of her. She'll have a nice little pension. She'll have a nice little going away present. She'll get a copy of the home game. She'll go away. And that's it. But let me tell you something. I remember this, 23 years ago, when I was red-pilled, I remember wanting to answer all these questions and found out that nothing ever happened because America really didn't want it. And Washington says, we are not even going to take the chance that we might uncover some serious deep state problem here. We had a hard enough time years ago with that old Smedley Butler and all this stuff. We're still trying to get over the JFK thing and the RFK, and we're not into this. We're not into this. And you are not going to have a government, whether it's FBI, Secret Service, or anybody, review itself. It's not going to happen. It ain't going to happen. And let me also tell you something. And this is important to know. There is more dirt that has been gathered on more people in Washington than you can imagine. Remember the two most important areas of investment today. Biggest moneymakers, human trafficking and extortion and blackmail. Ladies and gentlemen, Cobbs says, good to see you, sir. I was beginning to worry. Worry not. Worry not. You'll see. We have a lot to explain. But in the meantime, here's the good news. Donald Trump will not be elected president. It will be a coronation. It will be the beatification, the apotheosis, the canonization, the elevation, he will take a status, mythical, magical, historic, warrior-like. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Fight, fight, fight. This is the first thing he thought of. And let me remind you again. Remind you, he's been through really 6. He had that lunatic E. Jean Carroll, and then there was the libel case, and then there was a Letitia James case, and then there's 4 separate criminal prosecutions. And he would go to work, go to the court, sit there all day, listen to this garbage, get up, go back, go to a fundraiser, go play golf, acted like nothing. Meanwhile, Alec Baldwin is crying his eyes out. I know he's happy, but come on. And Alec Baldwin's a real tough guy. Real tough guy. Loves to yell at people. Remember that in the old days? Just gets in people's faces. Real tough guy. Real lefty. And here's the best part. They abandoned him. I can't say that enough to you. Remember, if this were Ron Howard, if this were Martin Scorsese, if this were Spielberg, they'd be, first of all, there would be no charges. They don't want him anymore. They don't need him anymore. They don't want him anymore. And there's Donald Trump saying, okay, I'm fine. Gets off the plane. Not that little boy. The little Biden, by the way, is going to do a slide. He's not even going to do the stairs. He's going to do that emergency slide. And he can say, wee, and have Mommy Joe pick him up and change his diapers and move on. He's done. He's finished. He's done. This week is going to be, I don't know, who's his vice president? I hope Ben Carson, but whatever. Doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't matter. Just pick somebody low-key. But let me tell you something. Whatever you do, make sure you were near a television or any kind of a screen or something when Trump addresses the convention. And I better hope that they have all of the big money makers, all the machers, all the people who love Trump, because there's a lot of big people in New York, real estate and others, who owe him. They better have more security there than you can imagine. When he takes that stage, you are not going to believe what you hear. Superb, a true warrior in every sense of the word. Absolutely. Braveheart. Matrix. Dodging bullets. And you're going to see something you can't believe. He is going to win. He is going to destroy. If you think that his poll number is going up after a conviction or something, if you think that fundraising money is going up after convictions and court dates and arrests and mugshots, what he did, cheating the hangman, dodging a bullet, literally, bro, literally. That's it. This is stuff. And what is Joe doing? Good, Joe. It's over. It's over. It's done. June 27th, July 13th. It's done. Kamala, doesn't matter. Anybody you want. Whatever. But don't think for a moment that those slicksters can come up with something at the last minute. Don't you never turn your back on these folks. You got that? Good. So, my dear friends, let me thank you. Let me tell you this. I always wear my hat. I'm not a big hat guy, but this is my favorite. This is the one. I may be the only one. I don't know if anybody's got this one. The rules have changed. This is the one I like. Don't some old men do like this? You ever see when they wear their hat like on the side, like, how are you? I'm going to go mow the lawn, Marge. Look, I'm a captain. Hey, how are... They always have their own veteran. They had this veteran. God bless the veteran. But they always turn a hat on the side. I don't like that. I like to get it positioned perfectly. There we go. This is the rules have changed. And I'm going to do everything. This is my totemic. This is my Donald Duck. My Donald Duck is over behind me. This is my totem. This is my Trump totem. This is the American flag. And this is, I have never been so in love with my countrymen than I have now. I know it sounds corny. I don't care. You know what corny is? Corny's true. Love is corny. Family's corny. Belief is corny. Faith, love, hope, pride, tradition, legacy, corny. I'm corny. I'm a corn dog. I plead guilty. Yay! And we're going to win. And as I told my friend, sorry about it. You're going to have to move. Say goodbye to genital mutilations and puberty blockers. Yay! Killing the unborn. Whee! George Floyd tributes. BLM. Antifa. Yay! No more borders. Sorry. Gonna close the border. Borders are closed. Yay! Think about that. No more crime. Crime's down. Yay! Energy independence. Yay! And having a president we're proud of who picks up the phone and says, Vlad, yeah, it's me, Don. I'm back. The rules have changed. Let's talk. I'm at the end. You ready to end this Ukraine thing? Absolutely. Get Zelensky on the phone. Oh, he's right here. Zell, it's over. Okay. I'm going to do it. You got it. Kimmy, Jong-un, yeah. Don here. How are you, babe? Let's talk. Good. Terrific. She, or didn't she? She, baby. Donnie here. I'm back. How are you? Hey, do me a favor. Thanks for laying off of that weather balloon stuff. What was that all about? What were you doing? Well, what? Seriously. She, come on, man. Anyway, I'm back. We're doing a thing. And NATO, see you, NATO. With your NATO. Done with that. The rules have changed. We're done. Open up Keystone. Open up everything. Natural gas. Let's go, go, go. And coal and nuclear. Oh, my God. Coal and nuclear. Ladies and gentlemen. And then we got to do something about teachers' unions. I don't know what to do with these people. But we've got so much of our work cut out. And that's happening because of two events. June 27th, I don't know why, and July 13th. July 13th. Remember, the last time this happened, Teddy Roosevelt took a bullet and it hit his notes in his jacket, if I recall correctly. This is gangster or gangsta. Literally, bro. Literally. He's unreal. I swear to God. You've got a guy sitting around there who doesn't know where we're talking about Biden because a lot of them who doesn't know where he is. And I hope he does one thing for me. I hope that when he gets the inauguration, he goes straight. He doesn't even have one. He says, you know what? I've already been sworn in. Yeah. There's no requirement for an inauguration. I've been sworn in. I'm sorry. You know what? Forget it. I'm not interested. I'm not going to stand out there. Are you kidding? With you people? And immediately he does the old ninja routine. He comes out and he says, hello. And there's ninjas around him. He goes, yes, these are ninjas. I fired the Secret Service. This is my Praetorian Guard. They're watching me. Secret Service. See ya. Goodbye, Cisareddo. Gone. Adios. Sayonara. Have a nice day. Don't need you anymore. Go do counterfeiting. You go back to the Treasury. We don't need you. We don't need you anymore. Take you and your DEI, your weirdos with your, the ladies with the, the weird haircuts and the tats. Go ahead. Just go and go to a Lilith Fair thing or play pronoun switcheroo, whatever you want to do. I don't give a damn. Just get out. We're done with you. Not interested. I'm disbanding this thing. What's your budget? Too much. No. Sorry. Not interested. Done. Finished. Okay. And then Project 2025. Does anybody know what Project 2025? Be honest with you. I have no idea what it is. Trump says, I don't know about. Does anybody, my friend, cares about Project 2025? I said, would you lay off the Project 2025? I'm trying to figure out bear crawling here. What the hell's the matter with you? Oh, the Project 20. What are you, Zager and Evans? Or that's 20. In the year 2525, if man is still alive, if women can survive, in the year 75. I'm feeling good, my friends. So tomorrow, it all begins. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's all over with. DEI, dumb. Dumb, egregiously ignorant, DEI, whatever the particular, whatever. That's not an acronym, by the way. That's initials. That's an abbreviation, DEI. It's gone. It's through. It's finished. It's done. It's over. In the old days, we called them quotas and affirmative action, and it meant somebody's cousin. It's done. It's finished. It's through. Done. 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 So anyway, my friends, yay! I'm corny. Who's corny? Be corny with me. All right, dear friends, we'll see you again. Please remember, Lionel Legal, Lionel Legal. We got Lionel Nation, we got Lionel Legal. We're gonna have Lionel Matrix, Lionel this. We're picking up. We're moving out. We're spreading the good word. The good word. So thank you. You followed us. I appreciate this. Also on X or Twitter, Lionel Media. That's my Twitter name. Got some good stuff too. All right. All right, dear friends. Thank you so much. On behalf of a grateful nation, thank you. Not for what you do, but for what you appear to do. Okay. And I'd rather be with you people than the greatest people in the world. One of my favorite toes ever. All right, friends. See you tomorrow. Stay here. Subscribe. Lionel Legal. Then you'll find out when we've got stuff coming up. We've got stuff coming up. Make sure you hit the little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos, because you know when these things pop up. We'll be back tomorrow. And anyway, it's a great day to be an American. It's a great day. God bless Donald Trump. God bless that. And whoever, sir, madam, responsible, thank you. Because this makes you wonder, doesn't it? Makes you wonder. Have a great night, my friend. And don't forget these final words, this idios, this sayonara, this denouement, this valedictory. The monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Da-da.